Neurodiversity. Neurodiversity is like biodiversity, but instead of being about trees and plants, it's about human brains. Biodiversity means that there are lots of different types of plants and animals. If we focus on flowers as one type, we know that although we usually imagine flowers to look and act in a particular way, there are lots of different groups of flowers. If you had to draw a picture of a flower, some groups of flowers would look and act how you have drawn your flower. Other groups of flowers might look and act very differently. Each individual flower on planet Earth is unique. There is no other flower quite like it. Yet every individual flower fits into a different flower group, each of which is different from other flower groups, but all those groups are classified as flowers. Instead of being about flowers, or dogs, or trees, or fish, neurodiversity focuses on human brains. Neurodiversity includes all human beings. There are around 8 billion human beings on planet Earth. Nobody exactly like you has ever existed, or ever will exist. You are completely unique in your personality and how your brain works. Your brain might, though, work very similarly to some humans, but also very differently to others in very specific ways. When this happens, your group is identified as neurodivergent and might have a label like autism or ADHD or one of many more labels. When your brain works similarly to the majority of people, we call that being neurotypical. Sometimes people are aware when they are different, but not know why. Some people can think they are neurotypical when they aren't, and sometimes it takes someone else to recognise that you are neurodivergent. There is nothing right or wrong about being neurotypical or neurodivergent. It just means that brains work in a unique way. If you are neurodivergent, it usually means that you need to learn differently to neurotypical people. You might concentrate differently, behave or act a little differently, even communicate and think differently. Needing more support around this is okay, because unfortunately the world we live in is very focused on meeting the needs of neurotypical people, because it's more common to be neurotypical. This isn't a problem with neurodivergent people as people. This is a problem that society needs to fix, because neurodivergent people are as an important and natural part of the world as neurotypical people are. Too often, the neurotypical world forgets, or isn't really aware, that people can and do exist differently and have different needs. So it assumes that we must have bodies that work in the same way, have brains that work in the same way, do things in exactly the same way, think the same way, communicate the same way, act the same way, must respond to things the same way. When people don't meet those standards, they are often seen by doctors and professionals who give them labels that tell them the ways that they don't work properly. They're told they have a disorder, they have conditions, they're not fully functioning human beings. We accept that every single type of creature and plant on the planet has members that look and act very differently. But we don't accept that for humans. All humans are expected to be the same. We need more people to recognise and understand neurodiversity, because the way neurodivergent people are treated can be very negative, and there are a lot of myths. In your schools and classes, you're very likely to meet people who are neurodivergent. Sometimes you will know, sometimes you won't. The labels you are most likely to have come across are things like autism, ADHD, blindness, dyspraxia, dyslexia, deafness, dyscalculia, dysgraphia, Ehlers-Danlos syndromes, Down syndrome, learning or intellectual disabilities. It's really important to remember that these labels don't mean that someone is badly behaved or ill in some way. It means that what they need might be a little or very different to what you need. Sometimes you will meet people who have different needs who don't know that one or more of those labels might apply to them. One or more of those labels might even apply to you, your friends, your parents, or your teachers and you, or they might not know. The best way to recognise someone who is neurodivergent is when someone, a little or a lot, might communicate differently to most people, might process information differently to most people, might behave differently to most people, might move differently to most people, might need to use their attention differently to most people, might react to sensory information differently to most people, might play and socialise differently to most people. These differences are part of who that person is and what makes them unique, and it is so important that you or anyone does not try to change how someone else needs to exist.